So hi all, and it's Eileen here, checking back in briefly as here we are halfway through the summer, past halfway through the summer, and I'm just amazed by how prolific the garden has been and how it seems like one minute I was wondering what to put everywhere. And now I'm I'm enjoying harvesting stuff's getting ready, and it's going on the table or in jars, and or being shared with neighbours, I'm even got some rotation planting going off with some learned from last year. I've got my second crops of carrots and radishes and something else lurking over there. So even though I'm determined not to be too girly swapped, I am learning, and of course it's I'm getting so much more out of the garden. But just look how abundant my 3 raised beds are. I'm just amazed by it. I just come out here and sit and look and sort of go, wow, it all grows so willingly and so easily, and all you need is a few basic things. I mean, even if you've just got a few pots in your, on the balcony or out in the yard, or whether you've got a whole allotment, or whether whatever you've got, something will grow and reward you for thinking of it. So here we are sort of just at the end of maybe a massive heat wave. Has been really, really hot and dry, so I've not felt like doing a lot at all. But we've got all sorts. We've got some purple sprouting broccoli, had some of that yesterday. It is starting to go to flower, but ate it anyway. And nasturtiums, they're very pretty, aren't they? And of course you can eat them, and they're nice and peppery, whether it's the flowers or the leaves. And apparently you can eat the seeds as well, but they're quite sort of blow your head off. So there's something for everybody. However, my nasturtiums probably comprise at least half of the beds. They just love it in these beds. They've loved this hot weather, and they're just spreading everywhere. I know they do. They've got a bit of a reputation for that, and don't mind them spreading. I have to wade in and thin them out a bit, because there's a fine line, isn't there, between them offering shade to some of the less hardy plants and being an attractor or distractor for pests. Stuff's flying to these rather than attacking my crops. But they're just giving a lovely splashy colour as well. I really like that. It's lovely to come out and see all the colour, all the growth. Be able to wander out at tea time and think, have a bit of salad, and wander around and pick a few leaves off a few lettuce plants. I've learned that as well. Don't pull the whole plant up. Just take a few leaves off a couple of plants, and that'll keep going for so much longer. So I'm just thrilled. Yeah, I am thrilled with it. Those of you that have commented in the past and said sort of wait, or just wait till you see how those beds produce. You know, well, I am in awe. I am in awe. But there's loads of work to do now that I'm trying to catch up with. Like lots of beetroot in there waiting to be picked and boiled or pickled, or saw a recipe for beet burgers as well. I thought, oh, I bet they're nice. So I'm going to try beet burgers this year. And there's, well, I don't know, I'll give you a quick squiz around, but I don't want to waffle too much because it does get a bit old. But there's that woman again banging on about going, how interesting, not. But, you know, the enthusiasm that people on other YouTube channels have for their gardens, it's really rubbing up. And I'm still getting loads of different ideas about how I want the garden to go, sort of later on this year maybe, or next year as time and pennies permit. You know, putting a bit more gravel path down, just because the lawn got so mashed up. What size is that big? I don't know if you can see it. It's huge. I'm surprised he can fly with the amount of pollen he's got secreted about his little person. Yeah, another idea is like, well, over there's a couple of evergreens that aren't doing much and are way past the best and looking a bit scrappy. So they're probably going to come up, probably going to put plum tree in or something. So, I haven't harvested any carrots yet as such. My cucumbers didn't get off the ground. They're only about this big. I don't know if it's too late, but had a real job getting my cucumber seeds to grow this year. I'm doing something wrong. And I suppose my biggest disappointment so far has been my peas. So not just my ordinary peas, but my purple peas with the German name, Block, whatever it was. I was so excited about getting those, and I was really excited about where I planted them as well, because at the back of the compost bin it's just looks like the back of a pallet, which it is. And I thought, ooh, purple peas growing up there on a net will look amazing. And they would have done if they'd have lived, but they all went really scrappy and scrubby and died, and all my peas have gone scrappy and scrubby, and most of them have died. So I'm doing something wrong there. I probably do need to research that a bit. Maybe they like a bit more shade or something, I don't know. So I'll check that one out. But yeah, my over in my herb garden, which is out of sight and you don't see a lot of that, I've got a tansy growing, which I got from Earthed Up in Belper, which is the perennial and edible, useful plant place that I go to. Fonts of all knowledge, they are there. So I got a tansy, and I didn't really think about how wild that was going to get it burnt. It's up there, but having said that, it's spreading like mad. But what a diverse range of insects that seems to attract, you know, not so much bees, but not typical bumblebees, interestingly, but all sorts of hoverflies and other little flies and beetles. They love it, which is fine by me. So just quickly looking around the garden, highlights, which I won't bang on about too much. Have a walk around, give you a little preview. But yeah, the garlic, the red onions and the shallots are all harvested now. They're all hanging up in the potting shed. Probably need somewhere a bit darker, so I need to think about a better place to store things like that. Tumbling Tom tomatoes, the little yellow ones that you can put in hanging baskets and things. They're over in a veg truck over there, and they're loving it. And the strawberries. Oh, I haven't got one to show you because I picked them off a net them last night. Can't resist them. Yeah, everything is just so much nicer coming fresh out of your garden and onto your place. Or not even bother washing it sometimes. Stuff around. But no, I'm just having a lot of fun with it. Feel like I've got lots to do with it. Not going to get stressed about it because that isn't the point of my garden. My point of my garden is to come and get some nature therapy, get my hands grubby, and yeah, just have mindful moments really. So just everything is so abundant. That looks like it's going to be a good year for apples as well. Got a cooking apple tree at the bottom as well as a couple of espaliers up against this fence. And the cooking apples, I like that. They're all green at the moment. We're just starting to go rosy and out of shot also at the other end of the garden, which you rarely see. We've got a vine because we like doing a little bit of the old wine aching, you know. It's proper, you know, the good life thing going off here, except I don't spend all the time walking around my wellies. But they've really taken off. They're getting ready to do it. Won't be long before they're being harvested, and it's just all Harvest Festival time, and a time to be very grateful and thankful, and not for dawdling in lots of ways, lots to do. So that's all from me really, little highlights. I'm sure there's loads more, but you know, if you're not actually here, it probably loses a bit. So I'll take a few shots of some of the bits of the garden, but I really hope your garden's done well. I know we've had a long dry spell, so some people are really struggling with the watering situation. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying your garden as much as I'm enjoying mine. And what a great idea it was to put raised beds in the first place. So if you've got a massive stack of lawn that isn't doing a lot and it takes up the middle of the garden, and all your other plants are sort of leaning in towards the light, have a think about putting a few raised beds in, getting rid of a bit of lawn and putting something edible, useful or perennial in your raised bed, and have fun. I think that's the main thing, isn't it? Having fun with it. So all for now. I might have another nasturtium before I get back in. They're really nice. I always used to wonder when you saw flowers on your plate, and I used to think, why have they put flowers in my salad? No idea, didn't realise you could eat so many things. I recommend nasturtium. All for now then. Bye bye.